Botswana is one of the largest diamond producers in the world. But you see, for decades, those diamonds were sold to only two buyers. Only two. So the question is not whether Botswana has diamonds. The question is, how do you make real money from those diamonds if the markets for those diamonds are not controlled by you? You see, Botswana's diamonds are mined mainly through Botswana. That's a collaboration between, or a joint venture between, the Botswana government and De Beers. That's a British multinational diamond company. And historically, De Beers controlled the diamonds pricing. De Beers controlled global distribution and who gets to buy the diamonds. And through this sales system, De Beers sold diamonds to a small approved group of buyers. That meant Botswana, the people who are the diamonds, they did not sell freely to the world. And you see what happens when you have only one real buyer? You don't control the prices. You don't control the diamond and you don't control the value chain. And this is the same trap many African countries still fall into today. Even when the governments earn royalties from these things, the biggest profits, they happen after extraction. So when you extract for them, that is not where the money is made. The money is made after extraction. The money happens after valuation. The money happens after sorting, after branding, after retail, and all those things. We don't have the facilities here in Africa. That's an indictment. And this is what Botswana understood. I mean, good for them. It took some time, but they eventually understood it. They had to sit down to strategize. They had to sit down to negotiate. They partnered with De Beers. They renegotiated those terms. And then they learned. So over time, Botswana secured a 50% ownership stake. I mean, this happened as recently as 2023, right? They renegotiated a 50% ownership stake. They forced diamond sorting and sales operations in Gaborone, that's the capital of Botswana. They built local diamond cutting centers and polishing industry. They built an ecosystem for their diamonds. And this increased Botswana's share of diamond revenue significantly. Significantly. You realize these things can actually be done. I mean, for Botswana, in this particular context, this is probably the first step in a long line of things that they have to do. But at least start doing it. Do these things. Build from there. Today, Botswana captures far more value per diamond than almost any African exporter. It's because it built institutions and leverage. Right now, it might still be a little small compared to what it can eventually be, but they have started. They have started. Even today, Botswana still faces its limits. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The global demand market remains concentrated. It remains concentrated. Branding and retail profits still sit mostly outside of Africa. So yes, they have built the cutting and the polishing, but you see the branding and the retail, they still have to incorporate that into their own ecosystem for them to capture the maximum value. The next thing is we have to think about owning African luxury brands. But you know the mentality with African products amongst Africans, it is looked down upon, which is part of identity. We do not value our own things. So even if those things are created now, a lot of effort has to be put into actually making people buy. What else? You have to diversify beyond diamonds before the demand for diamond declines. I mean, whenever that will be, but you still have to diversify. See, Africa does not lose because it lacks resources. Of course, we know these things. What Africa lacks is strategy. What we lack is strategy. One of the major problems is rulers and presidents shaking hands with devils instead of looking them in the face and negotiating with them, because they will not let the grip go easily. You do not beat systems by shouting. It is not about much talk. You beat systems by understanding leverage. You get enough leverage and patience. Patience. Nation building takes patience. Continental building takes patience. Our leaders lack either patience or common sense. It's one of the two. It cannot happen overnight, but it has to begin one way or the other. Botswana's diamond industry, they started something. And hopefully they can continue from there. Until next time.